What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, or C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Litecoin today. This one comes to us at the request of Chill Hewitt, Chill Hout. It might be like Chill Out, but Chill Hout. I don't know how to. I know the first part is chill. That much I do know. Maybe it's Chill Howitt. I don't know, but this one's for you, man. This one's at the request of you. It's been a second since I've done a Litecoin analysis, so let's do this, man. Let's do this. Yeah, Litecoin did break above this high, and I was expecting that. I'm pretty sure the last time that I made a video on this, I might have been calling for it to go higher. I forget what my last video was, but here we are going down with the rest of the market. You know, it happens. It happens. I like Litecoin. I just want to say that from a first and point standpoint. From a first case standpoint, from like the beginning of this video, I would like to say that I do like Litecoin. I do think that it has a place and a future in crypto. You know, as far as use case goes, I don't know if it has like a whole lot of use case. I think that its use case right now is just speculative, you know, but whatever, man. Like you can make money off of that, and that to me is useful. So I'm sure to a lot of people that's useful. You know, from low to high here, we went all the way back up and we had a double top. We found support on the 236, okay? We had support before on the 0.069, and now we're finding support on the 382. Very good things, guys. Very, very good things. I would say that we have a date with destiny to the 1618, if not likely above that price in the coming months. Maybe even before the end of this year. It might not happen before the end of this year, but I would think that it would. I very much do doubt that Litecoin goes below $69, $68, this 382 area. I would very much doubt that. I do think that it's not going to go lower than this, but for the time being, could it go lower than this low? It could. Could it go down to that yellow line again? It could. It really could. But I don't think that this low is going to be taken out. Let's see. Looking at it, we are below the purple line. We are below the 50. No, we're not. No, we're not. Love you, babe. We are. That's my love of my life. So we are above the 50 here. We are above the 50 on the long-term RSI, and we're below the purple line. Man, this thing, it will be very soon. It'll be probably in the next couple months, I would say, just from this look alone, that we will get above the purple line and likely break the 618. We'll probably go up to the 0.69. We might even find support on the 618 and then go up, or we could just like this line, just go straight up through. I don't know, but it will not be long before we're above this area here. At the moment, it looks like it wants to go down. Sure, looks like it wants to go down. How low does it want to go? You know, again, it could go below $70. I doubt it goes below $69, but it probably will go below. Probably will go below $80. You know, at the least. But let's see here. You're above the 50 on the long-term RSI here on the daily. You could get below the purple line. And on the daily, you know, what kind of sucks actually is it doesn't respect this purple line at all. So it's not really a good metric for me to go off of. It's good to see this thing above the 50, but it's about to get below it, whatever. You are below this 50 here. You're moving lower. You've got lower lows. You do have hidden bullish divergence at the moment. You've got a low in the RSI. Come on now. A low in the RSI here, low, lower low, but you have a low and a higher low. That is hidden bullish divergence, which is a good thing. This could be invalidated. It's still left to be invalidated. If we get a daily close below this close here, which is at $83, if we get a price to close below $83, then this would actually be bearish convergence, and that doesn't mean bad things. That just means, you know, we don't have to move up from here directly. We could. Being that we are right at the purple line, normally would be a good thing, but this thing doesn't respect it, so I'm not going to put any weight on the purple line personally for this chart. Being below the 50 like this, I would think that we're going to go to the oversold zone, and what that means is we're probably going to see, out of all these moves to the downside, we're probably going to see a bigger move, relatively speaking. And that could take us below this low here, but again, I doubt that we go below that low. Let's see if we were to take this current low here to this high. You know, maybe we do. Maybe we do have a higher low than this. Maybe we do find a low at about $85. That's totally possible. Maybe we do what like the classic thing is and go slightly below it to the 0.69. Maybe we find a low at $82. Maybe we go lower than all those things. So we go to the 786 or the 886, which is anywhere from like $75 to $79. That could totally happen. So you know, I know originally I was saying I doubt that we go below $69. I'm going to take it a step further and say I doubt that we go below $75. If we were to go below 75, it would probably only be a wick. It would not be a closing period. But at the moment, I'm inclined to believe, just with the way that this looks, I would be inclined to believe that we are more likely going to find support somewhere in this area, which is in between about $79 to $85.50, somewhere in there. I do think Litecoin's on its way down. I do think that it's going to move down from here. It could have an up day or two. You know, it could take its time to get there, but I do think it's on its way down regardless. Kind of like Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, you moved down, you had your little dead cat bounce, and now you're bleeding. Now your dead cat's bleeding, and you're coming down lower. You are in the oversold zones. You've been lingering in these lower levels. Yeah, man, you're probably going to see a stronger move, something like this, or even stronger than that. Maybe not as strong as that, but something like this, not like these. You're going to see that soon. And that might take us to the area where we'll find our low. We might not bottom strictly from there and then go up. Maybe we'll go down and like this kind of move sideways and bleed a little bit lower, maybe. But I do think we're going to see the majority of this downside move, at least what's left of it. We're going to probably see that coming in very soon. So that's what I got for Litecoin. I do think that I got one more thing I want to say. You know, talking about where it's going to go inevitably. You know, I do think that in the very short term, the very immediate term, we go down. You know, I don't expect this month to close lower than this. So, I mean, it could. I don't know. If we were to close lower than this, what we're going to have is a bearish engulfing month. And that wouldn't look good necessarily. But it doesn't mean bad things. You know, you had a bearish engulfing month here, and then boom, off to the races. So it's not totally condemning. Litecoin can make exceptions. But where's it going to go? Where's it going to go ultimately? You know, if we take this high here to this current low, because I doubt that we go lower than this, right? If we take this high to this low, I would expect that Litecoin for its cycle high, for this current bull cycle's high, would be anywhere from around 780 to 1745, somewhere between the 618 and the 1272. That is my expectation. That's what I would like to see. I think Litecoin has that in it. I think overall you are in this kind of ascending formation, right? I'm going to do this right here. I know I've drawn this before, but you've got your base right there, or your summit, your top, and now you've got your like ascending kind of triangle, right? You might be in a very, very massive ascending triangle, and you know, you could break this thing. You could break this thing in 2024. You don't have to break it now. You know, you don't have to break it immediately. But I would expect sometime in 2024 you probably will be up around these areas, probably above $300. It's pretty cool that Litecoin topped right at 420 on the dot. You know, people have a good sense of humor in this space. Gotta love it. Maybe this is the bottom I want to draw from. I don't know, man. Hard to say. Hard to say. It might not be in an ascending triangle, you know. I don't know. I really don't know how I'd want to draw this. Let's see. Maybe we come back something like that, because we're getting like the closings kind of hugging like that. It could be something like this, but that's just so big, man. That goes on forever. And I mean, with that, if this was Litecoin's destiny, like, you're going to be trapped in a range for a long time. And I think, you know, this is cryptocurrency. I think it wants to break out. I do think that you are going to break these highs ultimately this cycle. But again, you know, where you're going to go, in my opinion, once you break, you'd want to see how you react with the 170 level. This is the 618. If we break it on a first pass, that is very telling that we will likely go at least to 780, but more likely 1745. If we struggle with the 618, that's not condemning. That's not a bad thing. It's normal. It's really not a bad thing at all. But if we struggle with it on the first pass, second pass, then I would say, you know, you're not as likely to go up here. You still have a likelihood of going up here, but you're not as likely as you would if you just broke straight through it. And with that, I would say you're less likely to go to the 1618, more likely to go to the 1272. But even with that, guys, even with all that, even if you do find resistance on the 618, you could go all the way up to the 886. This thing could top above $3,000 if it wanted to. It could top above $8,000 if it wanted to. I don't know if it could. Let's see what the market cap is for this thing before I send off here. Litecoin's got a $6 billion market cap. Okay, $6 billion. Okay, that's pretty big. If we were to go, you know, to like 60 billion, that would give it a a price of about just under $1,000. If it was to go to over 100 billion, probably about 100 billion would actually be right at the 1618. So it has a solid, I would say it definitely does have a solid chance of going to prices just below 2K. And, you know, we've seen coins go up to, you know, Ethereum and Bitcoin have both broken $500 billion. There will be a third. Could Litecoin, an OG coin that's never been hacked or like had problems really, could it reach a market cap that's worth several $100 billion? It could, and that would definitely bring it up to like this 1886 area. So I would say that any of these numbers are in play. I would definitely believe that these are the more likely numbers to see. But I mean, it could go even up to here, man. It really could even go up to here. But I would doubt that. I'm not drawing a circle on that because I don't think that that's really what's going to happen. I would look first at this bigger white circle and more closely at this lower one. And again, what would really help to see these numbers would be how we interact with the 618. If when we get up here we can break through it, come down, find support, you're going to the 1618. Very likely going to the 1618. If you break above it and then you come back down below it and then you were to go up, you still have a good chance going to the 1618 or at least the 1414 or the 1272. But it's hard to say. That's months away, over a year away, probably actually over a year and a half away even. But you know, we got some time. I do think it goes lower in the meantime, but not too much lower. If you are invested in Litecoin, it's probably not a good time to sell. It would have been a good time to sell at the top, but it's not. Now that we're down 16% on this month, I wouldn't say it's a good time to sell for this thing in the long term. It's probably just a good time to buy the dip. And I don't know if I would buy it here. I'd probably wait a little bit more. But, you know, again, if we were to take this fib, this original one I drew from bottom to top, maybe wait till we get around the 618, around $85. That's where I would say below $86 is where I'd give it the green light for a buy. But this isn't selling territory. This is buy the dip territory. So if and when we go lower, buy the dip is probably a good rule to go off of. And then from then on, anytime we go up and we have a retracement, same thing, just buy the dip. That's how you do this thing responsibly if you're going to invest in it for the long term. If you're going to day trade it, go ahead and buy and sell. Do your thing. I don't recommend it one way or another. It all depends on the person's style and endurance and wherewithal. But yeah, that's my overall opinion on Litecoin. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.